Bam, ba-da-ba.
Moving from job to job and still aren't satisfied. Maybe it's time to think about a new career. Misha DeBono is here. Give us some tips on getting you working toward that dream job.
Oh, yeah, I think
Right?
that's the dream job.
Oh, that
Are you
would be
kidding
fun, wouldn't
me?
it?
Yeah, and you got some dance skills.
I do. My granddaughter taught me that this weekend.
I love
the
it.
8-year-old told me the sprinkler.
I
taught me
like
that.
it,
See,
yeah. You're going to take her to Hannah,
She's cool.
Montana.
I may take it to Hannah. I may take it, I don't know. My wife said, don't take this on the road.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Leave that at home.
Yeah,
said.
that's look for a new day job.
All right.
So,
Yeah, now careers.
Careers,
All right.
yes. If you're looking to change careers, I always tell people that you want to take a personal inventory, do some self-assessment about what skills you have, what you learned from your previous job, what you loved about it, and what you think you can bring to this new job. And I say that because take this personal inventory because you don't know who you're going to be talking to. The next step is networking. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But so that you can identify really quickly what your skills are. So when you're talking to a hiring manager, they then can say, you may not know where you fit in that new career, but they might, based on what you're saying.
We're differentiating here between career and job.
Correct.
Because like in this business, in the radio television business, a person has a lot of jobs, but it's the same career.
Correct.
They move around quite a bit normally.
Right.
But changing a career
You're going into a completely different career path.
Yeah.
So once you identify, you're looking for transferable skills. So once you identify what those transferable skills might be, get out there and identify somebody who's doing the job that you want. And I always say mentors and the informational interview. That way it takes off the pressure. So you go to a networking event, you meet someone who's doing the job that you have, and you just start picking their brain or saying,
Yeah, and who would you find to help you disseminate? I mean, it's tough to be objective when you're on the inside.
Right.
I know, because I was between jobs and careers there
Sure.
for a while, not too long ago. And I'd go to people and I'd say, well, here's what I think I can do.
Right.
You know, and they'd say, oh, yeah, you'd be good at that. And I say, okay, now where do I go? And they say, well, I don't have any room for that right now. So it takes some time. Yeah.
It does take time, but that's where when you do your homework and you really plan and you have a goal and a plan of action that you're going to take. So let's say I call you up and I said, do you mind, can I just have 10 minutes? Just so I want to ask you about your job. What do you love about it? So I know the culture, the upside, what you're really passionate about. But also, what are your challenges? Because, you know, I may find those challenges as well. Do I need a degree? Do I need a special certificate?
Right.
Can you open the door for introduce me to somebody else? And then I'm networking and I'm learning about that industry, but I'm also, maybe you become my mentor. So then I can call on you when I get crazy stressed out, when I'm not getting the job I want right away.
Stress, yes, because you get turned down a lot.
It is very stressful. You got to remember, looking for a job is your job, and you have to treat it that way. You know, what is your plan? What are your goals? What are you doing every day towards that goal? But don't stress out about it, because they say usually in a lifetime you change careers 3 times. So by the 3rd one, let's hope you figured out what you love, what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept. So that way you get to a job where you're going to stay for a long time and you're happy. And if the one doesn't come right away, the right one will come.
Yeah. Well, should you take one in the meantime?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're jumping ship from a current job, you want to make sure it's the right place, because it could be the greatest thing you ever do. It could also be a disaster. So that's why you want to make sure that you're doing your homework.
Well, I think you made an excellent point to reiterate, and that is that when you don't have a job, you still have a job.
Correct.
And that is looking for that job
that's the
or
perfect
career.
scenario.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and you take that time to do. I think you should take a couple of days off first.
Yeah, well, a week maybe sometimes.
Maybe
I also want to talk about the Jobby.com Career Expo that's coming up this Wednesday.
Right.
Jobby.com is a great resource for job seekers, because first of all, we're relaunching in a couple of weeks. The look is going to be totally different, with a lot of videos, of how-to videos. We interview professionals. So it's a great resource and a tool. And then on Wednesday, January 30th, is from noon to 5 at the Convention Center. Is the Jobby.com Career Expo, where there'll be hundreds of employers that you can get right in front of. They're paying money to be there to meet you.
Okay,
We've got
you
workshops.
gotta go. There it is.
Thing.
But if you feel it's time for a career change, you know what? Even if you don't, it's not a bad idea to have these tools in your little pocket.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Know
Misha
your
DeBono.
competition.
Misha, thank you.
you.
You're very helpful. Very helpful.
Appreciate it.
All right, San Diego Living is coming right back. All right, come on with us.